Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I was going to do a shorty video for you guys this week, but I think I'm going to swap it with next week because I have a video that I want to share with you guys today that's kind of more of a full-length video. So this past week I started tracking an EP for a new client, and the band is called Evan Diamond and the Library. So usually when I'm doing sessions in a bigger studio, you know, so not my work that's in my home studio, my sound design, stuff like that. So basically what happens is we tend to be crunched for time, right? Because people are paying good money for that time in those studios. And, you know, I don't want to be the weirdo that stops the session and is like, hold on a second while I do a 10-minute video about my mic placement, you know? So I never do that. And a lot of the time I actually forget to even take a photo of my setup. But this band has actually been requesting at the end of each setup. So, you know, the drum mic setup or the bass mic setups or, you know, so on. They've actually been asking me to take a video of what mics I placed where and explaining why I placed them where I placed them. So that puts me in this unusual position of having videos of myself explaining how and why I placed these microphones for this session that I did last week. And I did get permission from the band to share these videos with you guys. So thank you so much to Evan Diamond and the Library. Go check out their music. It's evandiamondmusic.com. And even though I do have permission to share these videos on how the mics are placed and why I placed them the way I placed them, I don't have permission to share their raw audio files. So if you want to hear how these mics sound, keep an eye out for their new EP. It's going to be coming out early 2020, and then you can hear how all these mics sound. So if you want to hear how these mics sound, again, it's Evan Diamond and the Library, and it's evandiamondmusic.com, and keep an eye out for their EP early 2020, like January, February. Okay, cool. So here's the list here, just so you have that. Ta-da. All right. So basically, I'm just going to go down the list here. So, let's see, we have the Subkick, and that's it's a little more than an inch out. It's hard, well, maybe it's about an inch out. Now I'm going to contradict myself over and over. It's like maybe a little less than an inch out. It's pretty close. Just a little bit of room for the head to move, and then that's basically where it is. So we have the Subkick, we have the D12E, that's pretty close as well. It's like right up against the head here. Little bit of room. Just a tiny bit of wiggle room. What's next? We have the snares. All right, so we have a 57 and a Peluso, and that's the Peluso P84. And those are just pointed at, kind of at the center of the snare. They're like a standard, like a few fingers up. Should I show this in the video? A few fingers up, and then they're just over the rim here so that the actual capsule is just inside the rim of the drum. And that's kind of the same thing that I did for each of the toms. So they're both a few inches, not a few inches, a few fingers away, and then pointing towards the center, and then inside the rim here. Let's see. I have the SM7. Oh geez, I'm like bumping things. I get nervous during videos sometimes. It's weird. I have the SM7B here. That's the lower tom. That's the 421. 421? Yeah, 421. And then I have, next on my list, I covered all this. I have the Coles overhead. So the Coles, what I did is, if you're looking at where he's sitting here, each Cole is kind of, instead of being more of a standard overhead, it's behind his shoulder and then up and out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. And the measurements for that, let's see if I remember. They're both pointing at the kick drum. So that's kind of like the center point for them. And then they were like 56 inches high.
And 62 out.
56 inches high when you look at like this center point here. Just like that. So it's just about 56 inches. Just like a little above, really. And then what was it at?
62.
So yeah, that sounds right. 61 to 62. I think it was like 61 to 62 here. Yeah, from that kick drum. So that's the Coles. What do I have next? Oh, the U47. So that's my mono overhead. So that's right here. And that is just kind of like way above him. Let's see. The logic for this one was I made a line from the snare to the kick drum. I kind of just imagined that as the center of the kit. And then I tried to kind of line it up with that. Can you see? Can I see? I don't know. It's hard to tell. So it's pointing out along that line. Does that kind of explain it well? Yep. I hope that kind of explains it. 47, and then I have the Stapes Omnis. So these are kind of like weird room mics. They're not as weird as some of my other room mics here. But I have them here. They're really cute and little. Look at them. They look like little beaks, like a little bird or something. So those, the idea was like, put them out a few feet, you know, however many feet, 5, I don't know how many feet that is, a few feet from the actual kit, and then have one kind of down low, and then one kind of up higher. So this one's kind of, it's like a short person height. And that was kind of just to get a different perspective on the kit, really. I don't know what else to say about this. I'm sure I had more logic about it when I decided to do it.
I like that.
Maybe that was it.
Different for capture different perspectives.
Yeah. So then we had the Telefunken Schoeps mics, right? So they're the 221B, that's what it is. And those are right here. They're just chilling. They're kind of like my far high room mics. So I kind of wanted to space them evenly-ish out away from the kit to get the room, and then to get a little bit more of that sound that's reflecting like off the upper walls and the ceiling and stuff like that. I don't know what else to say about that. I guess that makes sense. Then I have my mono room mic, so that's an iFet here, iFet 7. Ta-da! Look how pretty it is. There we go. So this one I kind of figured I was doing, it was like one of, I think it was my only mono room mic, besides the really weird ones that I'll show you in a second here. So my logic with this one was kind of like, it's a short person that's listening to the kit that's standing out here. I don't know.
Kevin's perspective.
It's, yeah, you know, it's just hanging out being a short person. So I kind of just put it, get a good angle here, like in front of the kit here. And it's however many feet out. I don't know what that would be. How many feet do you think that is?
5.
5 feet.
6 feet.
No, that's not 6 feet.
Depends on where you're measuring from. But
oh yeah. Sure. So yeah, but you can see how far that is right now. So let's see, mono, room mic, crotch mic. So I have a 441 as my crotch mic. It's also a fun looking mic. I like how these look. They look like I wonder if they were designed in the 80s. They're like straight from the 80s. And so this one, basically, I'm pointing it straight at his crotch, as one does with a crotch mic. And I just crunched it a lot. So I put it in some extreme compression, and that was it. That's a crotch mic. Crotch mics are fun like that. I don't know. Oh, and then piano sustain. So this one's a lot of fun. So this is an R88, so it's actually a stereo ribbon microphone. And it's right there. It's really dark. I don't know if you can see. But basically, we have something on the pedal of the piano. And so that it's just ringing out here. You can probably hear it. Boom! And it's just getting that, I don't know, reverb. I guess that's kind of reverb.
Capturing the piano harmonics.
Yeah.
Anything.
Getting the piano.
Any weird resonance.
Yeah, it's like the piano's talking to us and it's capturing that for us. And then we moved that lower at one point because it wasn't getting enough of it. And then we added this, which is the cover for the piano, over the piano to kind of block those high frequencies that were coming straight through into it so that we could hear more of the piano reverberating. I guess that's that. So we have a Pzm mic, and this mic just kind of lives here in the studio. I didn't even move it, but it kind of just lives to the side here, right there. That's it. And it's hanging out, and I just plugged it in. Well, I didn't plug it in. It was already plugged in. We just used it. I was gonna plug it in, but then it was already plugged in. All right, then we have the hose mic. So this is a lot of fun. So this is a SM57. Where is it? There it is. And it's just taped onto the end of my hose here. And then I have the hose running around the kit, being fancy. This is the fanciest part of the setup. And then I just taped off the end here. And there wasn't a ton of logic to how this is placed, besides it's just draped around the kit, and that's it. And so that kind of adds a little bit of a delay effect, because the sound that kind of enters the hose here takes a little bit of time to travel through the hose there. And then it's also like getting a nice, I don't know, a nice version of the kit that doesn't have all those high frequencies. So It adds a fun effect. All right, so, sorry, video 2. I cut myself off like a jerk. All right, so then we have the ceiling 57. That was it, just the ceiling and then the floor one, right?
Yep.
So we have the ceiling 57. So this is kind of like the wall. It was going to be more of a ceiling, but I wanted it to get the sound that's bouncing off the wood here. So that's how close it is, so you can see how close it is. It's super close. The idea is for it to just get the sound that's bouncing off of this wood here. And so this is way up high. I don't know if I really should this. But that's pretty up high there. If my phone would focus. So if you look at that wooden paneling, that's, I don't know if you call that paneling, that's going around the room. That's what it's on. And then we have the octava here. And it's doing the same thing. So it's right against the floor. I'm going to rotate this. And it's doing the same thing. It's just getting the sound that's bouncing off of the floor instead of the wall, ceiling, whatever you want to call it. And it's just hanging out. And I think that's it.
Pretty sure that's it.
I'm pretty sure that's it. Yes. It's beautiful. Ta-da! So pretty.
All right, tight.
Cool.
Did you guys get any pictures or video?
It's so pretty. Cool, so that's about it, guys. I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This was a pretty experimental setup for me. I did some more fun, unusual things than I might usually do, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out my other videos. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm right now. And if you want to support my channel more directly, I do have a Patreon. So it's patreon.com/CatoNoise. And my patrons for this video are getting additional videos that are not posted here on my YouTube feed. So they're going to be getting additional explanations for other instruments as well. So my patrons do get additional content. I try to make it worth it for you guys, and I really do appreciate every single one of you. So yeah, that's about it. I come out with new videos every Wednesday, and thank you for watching. Okay.